The state of Georgia has many fantastic state parks. I'm Big Dave the Parker, also known as the Parks Professor. In my 25 years of hiking, I have visited and hiked in every Georgia state park. In these videos, I'm going to rank all 45 Georgia state parks, starting at number 45 and ending at number 1. In this video, we're going to look at numbers 15 through 8, the ones that are almost the best. These rankings are solely my opinion, and they are based on the park's scenery, amenities, hiking options, and when applicable, historical value. Building up at number 15, we find Kolomoki Mounds State Park, and this is our first award-winning park. It wins the Hidden Diamond Award for the best park in these rankings with low visitor count. This park preserves the remnants of a people that lived in the lower Chattahoochee River Valley some 1,600 years ago. There are several large, ancient earthen mounds that you can climb, and the tops of these mounds yield nice views of the surrounding area. In addition to the historical value, this park has a small campground, 2 lakes with the usual aquatic amenities, and 4 hiking trails totaling 6 miles. This is my favorite park with a campground in southwest Georgia, and I highly recommend coming here if you find yourself in the area. Coming in at number 14 is James H. Sloppy Floyd State Park. Covering only 561 acres in one of northwest Georgia's deep valleys, this park feels more like a cozy county park than a state park, but don't be deceived by the size. There's plenty to see here. The park's most famous site is the old marble quarry, which is only reachable by a 2-mile, moderately difficult hike. The park also offers access to the Pinhoti Trail, one of the best long-distance backpacking trails in the southeast. In the front country, the park has 2 small lakes with fishing and swimming, a small campground, and several more easy hiking trails. This was the last Georgia state park I visited, and I kind of wished I hadn't waited so long. Despite its small size, there is something for everyone here. Winding in at number 13 is Chattahoochee Bend State Park. Established in 2010, this is Georgia's second newest state park, behind only Don Carter State Park, which we saw a few videos ago. The park is located along a big horseshoe-shaped bend in the Chattahoochee River southwest of Atlanta, hence the name. The deep broad river is this park's main scenic attraction, but this large park has excellent amenities in addition to recreation on the river. The park has an almost new campground and 16 miles of hiking trails. This land was heavily logged before it became a state park. Because of the park's newness, the logging scars are still readily visible, and this park's trails are still wearing in. Nevertheless, this is a nice large park that will rank even higher in 20 to 30 years. Standing tall at number 12 is Fort Mountain State Park. Located in the northwest corner of the North Georgia Mountains, this park sometimes gets overlooked in favor of other more famous parks in the North Georgia Mountains. But that just keeps visitor counts lower than the more famous parks. This mountaintop park offers fantastic views to the north and west, plus it has historical value. It is home to a mysterious ancient stone wall of unknown origin. That wall is the reason this mountain is named Fort Mountain. This park also offers the best day hiking options of any park we have seen so far. It offers several short trails in addition to the 8.2-mile Gahootie Trail, a long and somewhat difficult loop trail. I have enjoyed every visit here, and anyone overlooking this park is making a mistake. Holding strong at number 11 is Fort McAlister State Park, and this is our second award-winning park. It wins the Pastor David Rickard Award for the park in these rankings with the best historical value. This is the second of 3 Georgia state parks located on the Georgia coast. As the award indicates, this park also has high historical value. It preserves the Civil War-era Fort McAlister, where General Sherman's march to the sea ended at the sea. The fort is tourable by a short hike, and it features several Civil War-era cannons, the barracks and other auxiliary buildings, and excellent views of the Ogeechee River. The park also features a developed campground located on a coastal island and a couple of short nature trails that explore this park's natural areas. Very few parks offer this park's blend of history and scenery, and I highly recommend this park. Before we enter the top 10, I want to thank you for watching this video. If you like this sort of video, please click the thumbs up and subscribe buttons. That helps other people find this video and encourages me to bring more of this sort of thing your way. Flowing in at number 10 is Sweetwater Creek State Park. This park is located on the west side of Metro Atlanta, so it receives lots of visitors, but for good reason. The park's main unique feature is the ruins of the New Manchester Mill, which operated here from 1849 until 1864, when it was burned by Union troops. The ruins require a somewhat difficult 2-mile hike to reach, and the park has numerous other hiking trails. Some of those trails go along Sweetwater Creek, a significant tributary of the nearby Chattahoochee River. Other trails go along Jack's Lake, a recreational lake that predates the park. About the only thing this park doesn't have is a campground, but for a mostly day-use park, it's hard to beat. Moving up to number 9, we find Skidaway Island State Park. This is the highest ranked of the 3 state parks in coastal Georgia, and this one is located on the southeast side of suburban Savannah. Thus, it receives a lot of visitors. This park protects some fantastic coastal marshland, and amazing views across grassy and open waters emerge. This park also has some historical value. It features some shell mounds left by ancient peoples, some earthworks from the Civil War, and some moonshining relics from the days of Prohibition. But what sets this park apart from the other coastal Georgia state parks is its trails. It has more than 6 miles of hiking trails, including one of coastal Georgia's few backpacking options. This park has almost everything you could want in a state park, and it is my favorite state park in the southern third of the state. Coming in at number 8 is F.D. Roosevelt State Park. At 9,049 acres, this is the largest state park in Georgia. It has a long and skinny east-west shape because the park protects a large part of the Pine Mountain Range, a low east-west ridge located north of Columbus. This park does indeed have ties to President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. His famous Little White House is located at the east end of the park, and the Depression-era Civilian Conservation Corps built many of this park's amenities. This park has a huge developed campground, 43 miles of hiking trails, and the 23-mile Pine Mountain Trail, which might be the best backpacking trail in Georgia south of the North Georgia mountains. This park offers a little something for everybody, and is one of the Peach State's major park destinations. That's the 4th quintile. I'll see you in a couple of weeks for the top 7. Have a great afternoon, take care, and Lord bless.